Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Thursday, February 18th, 2021. Throne Thursdays. Today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones tarot cards. I feel like this is dealing with a lot of the air signs, because Mercury retrograde is in Aquarius. So, dealing with, it is our higher levels of thinking, but it's like being in our head a lot. And totally that's where I am. Thankfully, I've been able to help others going through this, but I feel like, the universe is delivering. They're saying you have nothing to fear at all. And I feel like with the Hermit card, they're saying, keep your eyes on the sky. The crow is the bird of the air. So I feel like we're thinking of our air signs, the intellectual side of things. Don't get too much in your head. Eight of Swords. Don't let those emotions hinder you. Don't make it a self-imposed prison. I feel like for a lot of you, it's like, I can speak for myself, it's just like being put in situations where it's like, I kind of feel, and it's probably, one of the reasons I don't like being on camera or anything is like, socially awkward. And it's like, I like to read the room. I like having someone that I know there, so that I don't feel like I still out of place and like reading the energy and then start meeting people and then I open up slowly. It's just like, I don't like being thrown into a situation. But I feel with the Four of Coins, because this is dealing with home issues, fear, worry, doubt, I feel like they're saying you have nothing to fear at all. This is why they're like, use your higher levels of thinking. Maybe something may be going on over here, but instead of getting into our head so much, what other ways can we utilize this energy? So working out. Right now, a lot of us are getting hit with snow, so it's like digging ourselves out. Because it's physically exhausting, so our brain doesn't have time to process what's going on up there. Myself, it's like I found a bunch of new healers, which I'm very thankful for, and it's like the three of them shared one skill set in common, and now I'm bringing that into my healing practices. There's 2 books that I got that are 2 different ways that I can improve as a healer. I think power, knowledge is power, and I, going to Deborah Silverman, doing those, it's like kind of utilizing the time to get those things done that I'm like, oh, I wish I had more time to do, she'll come up with a series, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I had more time to watch that. And it's like, now I do. And so it's like, sitting there, taking a step back, and it's just like being, okay, you know what? I'm doing good. Everything's okay. I don't really have anything to fear. There's nothing to fear. And there's going to be more opportunities coming ahead. Like, I know here is like building illusion sometimes with these cards. When you have the 7 of Cups, are you building illusion? And that's kind of something I went through. And I'm like, am I really just building an illusion here? Am I just like, is this like beginner's luck or something? Like, what's going on here? Doubting myself. And then I get all these positive confirmations. And I'm like, okay, no. You know what I mean? I was meant to have this time off to sit there and recharge myself, learn new skill sets, meet new friends, and more importantly is be there for the soul tribe, because a lot of us been going through it, and I'm just like, as a healer, I'm still a human at the end of the day. I've been going through it, not as badly as some, but it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm grateful for that, because I could be that pillar for a lot of other people. You know what I mean? So it's just like, they're like, how can we thank you? I'm like, pay it forward. Be there for someone else. That's the way you pay it forward. Like, I don't expect a tip. I don't expect nothing. I'd rather you sit there and pay it forward, because we're raising the vibration of the world. Not only our own personal vibration, but the vibration of the world. So the more of us that are putting good out into the world, hopefully, that vibration will keep growing and growing and growing. It'll turn everything in a more positive light. So our first card is the 4 of Coins. Improvement, money, security, materialism. So this is like where, you kind of like myself, it's like fear, worry, and doubt. It's like you have nothing to fear at all. This is just a temporary phase. This is a temporary situation. And I feel like that's where the 7 of Cups comes. There's going to be more opportunities moving forward. You see that. You hear the knockings of it. Everybody's going through this. Hard work brings benefits, and you feel satisfied with what you have. You might gain permanent employment, invest in a new home or business, or otherwise find financial security. There's an alternative meaning to this card, however, which is an overprotective, materialistic attitude. Value what you have, but don't cling onto the coin. And I feel like, as we sit there, we try to manifest more abundance into our life. They're sitting there saying, Don't forget to give back so generously as you've received. We talked about this time and time again. You see someone on the side of the street, not questioning them and not judging them. Maybe give them, I said a toonie, but I'm in Canada, so maybe a couple of dollar bills. Wherever you are in the world, show that generosity. I'm not saying give them your house, give them your shoes, or anything like that. I'm just saying give what you can. By sitting there and being so open to the universe to receive that abundance that you are trying to manifest into your life, when you receive it, be thankful for what you've received. And if you see an opportunity to give back, they have food bank bags that are already pre-packaged. They staple them, and it's like $10 at the cashier when you're cashing out. If you're able to afford it, why not pay it forward and sit there and buy a bag? Maybe buy a couple bags if you're able to afford it and put it in the bin so you're helping feed other people that need it right now. Showing the universe you're very open to receiving more abundance in this manifestation. As you receive from them, you so generously give back to others. So the line continues. The Hermit. And this is where I feel like, because Bran is looking up to the light, and the crow is carrying the lantern, and I feel like it's like looking to the the air, so looking to our higher levels of thinking. Very much be like the Four of Coins, saying, you know what, I really have nothing to worry about at all. Everything's going to work out. This is a temporary blip. I did everything in this situation to make sure that I manifest nothing but goodness into my life. And keep moving forward. Don't get stuck up in this, because Mercury retrograde is in Aquarius, we're up in our thoughts. That self-imposed prison. Solitude, spirituality, truth, reflection, wisdom, self-healing journeys. Stands for oneness, realization. The Hermit signifies contemplation and learning. You may incubate new ideas and approaches, or spend time reading, researching, journaling, or simply contemplating where you are in life. And for myself, it's just I always love to learn. Deborah Silverman says it best. We don't totally commit to certain things. I feel like I have, because I've read all of these books, but it's just sitting there, and it's just learning new skill sets and using those skill sets and perfecting those skill sets to what best suits me, and bringing it into my healing practices, or bringing it into my everyday life, being the observer, the missing element from Deborah Silverman. This quiet card also invites you to take time making decisions, gently and go slow. In relationships, the Hermit card can show a time apart or solitude after a breakup. Well, that's the traditional meaning of it, but I feel especially with the fear, worry, and doubt, and they're telling you not to, I feel a lot of us are in our head. And knowing how I've been helping certain people, it's I know a lot of us are in our head. I am too, I'm human at the end of the day, just like everyone else, and I was totally in my head. So 8 of Swords, and this is where we go. This is why I love this card. I love when I sit there and it's universe, I'm going through it, and they come out and the daily cards and you have nothing to fear at all. And it's just thank you. They're like, you're the 8 of Swords. You're too much in your head. You're making a self-imposed prison. Stop it. They're showing also being in situations where it's just putting these swords ahead of us, because we've learned our lessons of being hurt in the past. For myself, instead of being overwhelmed, opening the floodgates and being, in my head and my ears are ringing and it's I can't control the situation. It's let one person over and let one person pass your wall at a time, if that's where you feel comfortable. If you feel it's too much being pushed, out too much into the world. Overthinking, restrictions, incapacity. Restriction shows you hemmed in your thoughts. You may feel focused to fulfill an obligation or to confirm to an idea that isn't you, which may be self-imposed. So if you feel it's not about, it doesn't suit you, that's fine. Move forward and try something else. See your situation from a different perspective, being the observer, and you will see the route out. An additional meaning is hitting a relationship roadblock. And I feel with me, it's being overwhelmed. The way that they made me feel with this card was you're kind of I said, it's the floodgates open and it's everybody's around you, but it's you feel so isolated. Robin Williams said the best, the worst feeling in the world is being surrounded by people, but still feeling so lonely. So then we have the Seven of Cups, and I feel like this is going with the Four of Coins as well, is saying that there's many opportunities ahead. You're oblivious to these opportunities still to come. We don't see them yet. Keep manifesting. Keep dreaming. Keep putting, instead of using the Eight of Swords and being in your head in a negative way, sit there and be like, you know what? I was like this. I'm like, did I build too many castles in the sky? And it's like, this is a positive confirmation. No, I did not. Don't let fear, worry, and doubt overtake you. Sit there and keep dreaming as big as you want. You're your own worst enemy. Don't let the Eight of Swords stop you. Don't get too much in your head. Mystery, possibilities, fantasy, imagination. Your imagination is on overdrive just now. Going together. You need to make a decision. Everything feels up in the air. So, like they said, you have to make a decision, but take it slow. Be gentle with yourself and take it slow. You may need to make a choice without not knowing all the facts, but you have your intuition to guide you. An additional meaning is imagination, dreams, and visions. I just got a thought for someone that I read for, so I'm gonna message them right after. So it's just like, don't let this period of time overtake you. Mercury retrograde's almost over. They kept highlighting the full moon on the 28th. So let's see what the full moon forecast has to say and go from there. Just be very gentle with yourself right now. Drink your water. Get your rest you need. If you're like myself, getting in your thoughts too much, Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, where it's like, feeding too much in the fear, worry, and doubt. You have nothing to worry at all. This is Spirit's way of answering to this. They're like, stop getting out of this. This is the Hermit telling you. You have nothing to fear. Get out of this mode. Stop sitting there and living in your head. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, February 18th, 2021. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.